Hey everyone, Gil here at Camp Pet and Family Compound. Well, my other set of 3-foot lights came. These are a little bit different. These only have one row of LEDs instead of 2 rows in them. And they do have an individual on and off on it, but unlike the other ones, all these came with was a bracket to clip on there and mount it to underneath. No other type of bracket didn't have, like the other ones came with these hanging brackets, and of course, since this is skinnier, these won't fit on the, it's too loose, so these won't work. So I'm working out a solution here, and what I did was I cut some wooden blocks, and I have a bunch of these hooks from all the shop lights I've been hanging out in the cargo containers from the previous years and stuff. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw them in the one end, and actually let me show you this one here that I already did. I already attached one of the clips that came with this bracket here to it, and then I'll just screw these in on the other side here to the and that'll give me a way to hang and lift them up and down and hang them up by the chains over there. So I got several of these to do here, so I'm just going to do a couple of them here so you can see what I'm doing, and then we're going to get to doing some other stuff with it. Alright, so let's take the screw, put it through one of the pieces here, put it on the tip here, the block up to it. There we go. Wait a minute. Put a little more torque on that one so it doesn't spin on me here. There we go. And now I just got to repeat that, but 6 more times here. I just tip on it. There we go. And so I'll go ahead and do these. Now when I did, to make these, I had a piece of 3/4 inch square stock of hardwood, and I measured out how long I need to have this so that the screw that goes in here and this, if I screw it all the threads all the way in, they don't hit each other. So and then I cut these on my chop saw out there, and put in a vise on my drill press and just drill the hole all the way through it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and knock these out and not make you watch it, and then we'll get back over to the rest of the stuff. Alright, so I got enough to do to hang 4 of these over there, which is all I really want to do. I want to put 2 on each side, and that'll handle the plants that are over there. And the other 2 I'll probably take across the street so my daughter can use them on her seedling tray she's got going on. But these just go in and snap in here like this, and then I can slide these. I can just they don't want to slide too easily. It's easier just to pop it loose. I can move it down to another spot and just lock it on there, and it's good to go. So that's one. Get several of these put on here. I'm just kind of sticking them on wherever they're at. So, oh wait a minute, this one's a little loose here. Give it another little, thought I had that one tight. There we go. Go ahead and lock it on down here. And see, I got this all right. Nope, the first one I put on was backwards. Yeah, I have it so the hooks on each side are out. So when I hold chains, if I just run it up this way, it kind of holds together on it. So I got 4 of them done here. I'm going to go over and see about hanging them. I got a sneaky suspicion, looking at everything, I may need to get a couple more parts to make this work, because I don't want to run the chains, bring this up a little bit, all the way from the top down for these. Probably going to get some fittings, and we'll look at it over there in a minute. So what I did yesterday, I just plugged one in, and I just kind of set it on top of the bar here on each side there. So it's just kind of sitting here. I can take it and move it, whatever, but it's just kind of sitting there temporarily right now. And so what I'm probably going to need to do is figure out a way to attach here, either come off of this thing, off this way here. I get a 1-inch T, cut it in half so I can just put it up there and hose clamp it in place, whatever height what I want it at, and then come off with a piece that I can run the chain around and down to the hooks that I just installed. So that's what it looks like I'm going to try to do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do here. So I'm not going to be able to put these in today, but I'm going to try to Mickey Mouse a couple of them around here so that at least they're hanging here and providing some extra grow light for us, because even now I can see these the carrots here are kind of leaning that way. So I'm going to try to figure out some way of putting one over here and see what I can do on that. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I figured out a part-time little setup here. I took the 2 pieces of PVC that were left, and when they went down in the hole, they only came up to about here. So what I did was, if I can raise this up here, I went and drilled a hole through it and put a screw in there so the head, it fits in and locks down in on the next piece. Won't go down any farther. So then I just hooked it up here and have it on, and let me turn this on. See? A little bit more there. That'll give me a little extra light now until the next I have a chance to get into Home Depot and get the pieces I need to work with this. But yeah, that'll work pretty good. In fact, on this side here, all I need to do really is just get some 1-inch 90s come across here and get another piece of pipe, and I can just run it out here and just run the chain around it and hang that way I can hang these here down a little bit closer to the carrots and the onions. That gives me a little bit of adjustment on it there. But so as I work this out and figure out the ways to make it work best, I'll be giving you updates on it. But this here at least gets 2 more here working on the lights, working on it right now. So I'll give it a little bit more grow light to it, so these things will start growing a little bit faster. And oh, I got 2 seeds right next to each other, so I don't need the second one growing up there. Yeah, so with more light on it, we'll see if some of these don't get so leggy in their carrot tops here. All right. All right, it's been a couple days since I filmed the last one, which is actually part of this one, because I've been so busy I hadn't had a chance to edit it. So I got some changes out here. So I went to Home Depot and I got a couple 90s on here and put a 15-inch piece of PVC out there, and then I was able to hang the lights like I wanted to, get them down nice and close and right where they need to be. So I did that on both sides here. Now over on the other side of it, I did things a little bit differently. So I can get it to lighten up here, catch the light right. So what I did is I took a 1-inch T, took it into my chop saw, split it a little bit more than half so it actually snaps on there. I wish I had taken it just a 32nd of an inch more and it would snap on a little bit tighter, and I wouldn't have to use the hose clamps. But hey, it's easy. I was planning on using hose clamps anyways. I just wasn't sure I'd be able to get that to snap on. So it snaps on, and then I got the lights hanging on it here like the other side. And then over there I did have the same thing going on with it, and it's has a hose clamp on it as well. Although this side over here is a lot tighter and it might have held, but I didn't want to take the chance. So I got the two lights over here shining down on the sweet yellow Spanish onions. And I got the two basil over here, which I have got to get into pots this afternoon. They're starting to root through. And so last night there was 4 inches of gap in there. There was a little bit more gap than there is right now in here, and it was up pushing up against it. So I raised it up a little bit more. I'll probably raise this up another inch or two tonight before I go to bed tonight, and see how it's going. Got a couple more tomatoes blossoming over there, a couple more right here that are about to. So yeah, and that and the one Roma there is looking, I get the can't move around here, right? It's looking pretty daggone big right now, comparatively speaking. So it's coming along nicely. And of course I got the little fan blowing over here on it, so it's wiggling to help make it grow stronger. So that's going fine on those. And this one here grew up over the light, which is set up mainly for the carrots and onions down there. So I may wind up having to put one of these lights here I took down back on up here, out shining down on it, just to give it a little bit more light. But it has the light also coming down from these here down to it, though it is diffused a little bit because of distance, but it is working. So everything's well lit right now and growing good. I would say in a little bit, another couple days, I can pick up some lettuce maybe. The rainbow chard is looking pretty good too. I'm thinking about taking it outside and just setting it outside in the backyard, since we're not supposed to have any more freezing temperature for a couple days here, to see, because it's a colder weather plant. So just get it out there and see how it does out there. Alrighty, so garden's looking good. Man, the thing's getting a bit taller there. So hey, this proves it to you. You can grow indoors and have yourself some food. All right, take care, and I'll see you around the next video.